You can do a Colossus transition. Not always the best transition, though, against this composition. Banshees just do so well against Colossi, obviously, because Colossi cannot fire upwards. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's just going to go up here and try to hit this bunker.
I think he's just trying to like keep QXC on his toes. Was that a sensor tower? It was indeed. So we got a sensor tower now. QXC definitely going to know what's going on. Cowie's moving up the ramp, wants to snipe that bunker. Getting cornered though, blinking out immediately. That was a great choice there by him.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if it's worth it though. Like 2 stalkers for 1 bunker. And Kowi is really, he did force some stims, but he really is really behind, and I'm trying to think of the best way for him to move forward here, but he's so far behind. There's not really a good way to deal with this composition when you're behind. The best way to deal with this composition is to not allow it to happen, because if you get Colossi deal with the bio, Banshees and Marauders snipe it really well, and you know, this push by QXC is going to be almost unstoppable, especially if you bring some SCVs to repair these Banshees.
I really want to see a couple of sentries to come up here for Kowi, but looks like he's going to go for a little harassment here at the back, blinking all those stalkers into the natural, going to take out that missile turret and a couple of SCVs here, really delaying. I like the fact that Kowi is just being harassful with these blink stalkers, using their mobility, and
yeah,
just
you know, it's really nice play. I didn't expect him to be able to do that, but he's actually picked off a lot of the SCVs at the natural.
Oh no, we might snipe the command center. Get that mule down. Oh my god.
Dropped, but it's too late. Is he going to get the Raven? Almost gets the Raven, but he is going to blink out. Definitely well worth it to get that expansion, you know. And even though QXC has this very large force with the Ghost, if Kowi can just hold on a little bit longer with these Colossi, use some good force fields at the ramp, and snipe those Banshees whenever he can, you know, actually Kowi might be able to turn this around, and I am so excited to see him turn this around. I didn't expect him to use, he split his stalkers into 2 different groups to hit the expansion and the main at the same time. It was beautiful. This observer actually could get sniped when this Raven gets close though, and that would be problematic because of course QXC still has Cloak, and every observer you have to make delays the Colossus.
So here we go. So we do have a lot of stalkers. We do have 2 Colossus now. It's going to come down to control here. I think he needs to try and snipe as many Marauders as he possibly can really quickly. I really want to see a force field, though. I really want to see a sentry. I do not want to see all this stuff get up.
You know, even if he has sentries, though, the problem is that QXC just has so many Banshees, and you want to be able to use your Warp Gates on stalkers. And here we go, Cloak Banshees. EMP is everything. The observer is naked. It is just awful here. QXC just going to destroy these units so quickly, even with the Blink Stalker Micro. He's just going to move forward here, and he's got a lot of Cloaked Banshees that are being repaired by SCVs. The Raven even being repaired by those SCVs, and this is going to be it, unfortunately, for Kowi. We'll see QXC in the finals. This timing push is just so hard to stop, even if it's earlier. This isn't really a timing push, it's more of just like a later game push. But the timing push where you see this, which you do see, is just so practically unstoppable. There's no good composition to deal with this as a Protoss player, and the key is to just not allow your opponent to get this many Banshees and Marauders. Nice EMP, hits all the probes.
Yeah. Just nothing to deal with these Cloaked Banshees at the moment, unfortunately, for Kowi, but still definitely did a nice harass style. Just wasn't able to have the Colossi count or the unit composition to be able to handle that final push, and looks like he will bow out 3-0 in the semi-final.
He's just trying to keep himself in it though, because he knows this is it. He's also taking that hidden expansion there at the 9 o'clock position.
Yeah,
and,
we do have it. We do have more stuff coming across though.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to wait for the Banshees to run out of energy so he can maybe make some more units. I think, you know, this is something I do sometimes on the ladder, not gonna lie. When I lose this push, I just try to keep myself in it as long as possible because I hate it. It's so obnoxious to deal with. And you need that Stargate to deal with the Banshees and keep the Banshee numbers low. And Kowi did nice Blink Stalker play, this just didn't end up being enough. And he's got to be feeling really frustrated right now, losing to Cloak Banshees basically 3 games in a row.
That's alright.
Marauders stimming, making quick work of everything. They have no mother, as the Koreans say.
Alright, so hopefully we do see a tap out soon, because this is just embarrassing. Or not embarrassing, but hard to watch. But yeah. Come on, Kowi. I want to see Moonglade versus QXC. That's going to be an amazing game.
He's really sticking with it, though. He's warping in some more Zealots back here. Gonna use the probes. This is the last stand. Marauder's getting surrounded here, but there's a medevac to help out. Probes actually retreating. Gonna engage the SCVs. SCVs auto-repairing that medevac. And Kowi does have that hidden expansion up, but QXC says it's not so hidden anymore.
And you don't snipe it, that has to be the nail in the coffin for him.
Yeah, this is gonna be it. Trying to use those stalkers to pick off some medevacs, but it doesn't even matter. SCV is repairing all the Banshees. GG. God, I'm a nub.
That third game was really well played by Kowi, though. I can't really fault him on that one.